Good morning and welcome back to my channel and my Sukkah. My name is Collab, this is Jar of Fireflies, and here you will find videos all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 3. And today, it is Sukkot and we're getting ready for Shabbat. Okay, so after my last video, we went into the first 2 days of the week-long holiday. Those first 2 days we call Yom Tov, and those are days kind of like Shabbat in that we can't drive or get on our phones or things like that. They're filled with meals, services, and just wonderful family time and time for prayer and things like that. So we hosted people for all of the meals during that holiday. There were 4, so there was a dinner and a lunch and a dinner and a lunch. And then we had some play dates with friends and things like that, and just some great family time. It was awesome. And then we had yesterday, which was the first day of Chol Hamoed, which is the middle part of the week, where we can do things like drive and talk on the phone and things like that. So yesterday I woke up and was just kind of like doing housework and things really in the morning, getting that out of the way so that in the afternoon we could just hang out with some friends. And then that evening I made pizza and we had dinner and a movie here in the Sukkah. It was awesome. And that brings us to today. Now, I woke up with a little bit of a head cold this morning, so if I'm not quite my normal chipper self, that is why, but I am doing my best not to let that get me down. But I do sound just a little bit funny, and I feel like I'm just a little bit slower today, so just bear with me here, folks. Okay, so now that brings us up to today. Like I said, we're getting ready for Shabbat tonight, and it's Sukkot, and it's Chol Hamoed, those middle days of the holidays. So this becomes Shabbat, Chol Hamoed, no, Sukkot, Chol Hamoed, Shabbat. I can't even talk, it's like a tongue twister. Sukkot, Chol Hamoed, Shabbat. Prep. That's what we're doing today. Okay, and just to make things even more fun, we're having like 15 people over for dinner tonight. I decided I wanted to make soup, so that'll be fun. And we're celebrating my daughter's birthday this weekend. She was a Sukkot baby, so we always celebrate her birthday here on Chol Hamoed Sukkot. And so at some point today, I also need to make a cake. Now, I ordered a cake topper for her, which of course will arrive sometime before 10 p.m. tonight, which isn't incredibly helpful because I need it before the holidays start so that I can open the package, because when Shabbat starts, I can't go opening the mail. So here's hoping that that arrives before the end of the holiday. Only time will tell. At the end of this video. Okay, so that's kind of what we've got going on today. Other than that, I don't know. We'll just see what comes up because things come up because life happens, but that is where we're at. So I'm gonna go inside and get started on something. Let's go. Okay, so I came in here to the kitchen, cleaned up just a little bit, and now I'm gonna get to work on the cake for my daughter. I'm waiting for my husband to come home with a few more things that I need to make the soup for later. I'm gonna make Cockaleekie soup, by the way, super fun. Okay, I'm gonna be using a cake mix to make her cake, but I decided to make it a chocolate vanilla swirl cake. So I had this chocolate cake mix left over from Passover, and I'm gonna kind of soup up these two cake mixes just a little bit with an extra egg and a package of pudding, and we'll see what happens. Let's do this. So I started gathering all of the ingredients together so that I could whip out these cakes here pretty quick, and then my daughter came in, saw what I was doing, and she wanted to help too. I gladly accepted her help. She loves to bake so much. So she helped me add all of the ingredients in and stir the bowls and get everything ready to go into the oven. She really liked the idea of doing a chocolate vanilla swirl cake too, so I was glad about that as well, since it is her birthday cake after all. While we were working on those cakes, my husband had come home with the groceries, and that included my flowers for Shabbat. I am very excited to announce that those blue flowers right there are called sea holly. I'm mixing those in with the hydrangeas that he brought me, but in a previous video I did a while back, I did not know what they were called, and I really wanted to know, and I got a ton of answers, so thank you all for that. But these actually came with the name on the package, so I was able to look it up, and they are called sea holly. My daughter asked me for some flowers while I was putting those together, so I gave her some of the sea holly, and we put that in a little vase for her as well. Okay, here we go. 15 chairs around my sukkah because there will be 15 of us at dinner tonight. And the only kids that'll be there will be mine. It's gonna be quite a meal. Okay, I did pull out these green tablecloths. I am trying something new for this meal. Normally, you know, we do the white tablecloths and have white plates and all this stuff. So that has been attracting a lot of bugs. So they keep like landing on our plates all around our food, and well, bugs are not kosher, so we don't want that. So I ordered new plates that will come tonight before 10 p.m., which is, you know, too late. Like I really need them here by like 7 or so. Here's hoping that works out. But anyhow, I'm gonna set the table with green tablecloths and set the table with the new plates that I just ordered, which are some color, I forget. I think they're blue or something. I don't know, they should be really pretty. And we'll just go from there. So it's gonna be an experiment and we will see if this works or not. Here's hoping though, because those bugs are kind of annoying. And they only bother us at dinner, so that's the only meal that I need to worry about. Okay, I think I'm gonna set these tablecloths out and then who knows? I am, by the way, getting everything set up early today because I waited way too long last time and y'all didn't get to see the table once it was set. So we're gonna do that here now so you can actually see the table set. And I'm not so rushed later on this evening. That's okay. All right, let's do this. Well, will you look at that? I got it to work with just one tablecloth. How thrilling. All right, now what? I don't know. It's about lunchtime and I'm gonna go see if the cake is cool enough to ice and if my husband is done in the kitchen so that I can get working on that Cockaleekie soup. Okay, so my husband just left and he's got a pot simmering here on the stove. That is for our lunch tomorrow. But he is, other than that, he's really done here in the kitchen. So as you can see, it's a bit of a mess. So yeah. That is the Dexcom alarm telling me that my son's blood sugar is crazy low. However, he's already taking care of that, so we are not worried. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm gonna get to work cleaning up the kitchen here real quick so that I can make my Cockaleekie soup for tonight. And yeah.
Cockaleekie soup.
My son is very excited. And fabulous news, Amazon just pulled up and dropped off on my porch the plates and stuff that I need for tonight. So I'm gonna go grab that stuff real quick, actually, before I clean up in here. And I think we can get on with this day. And things are going really well. And I am really happy about that, because when a day goes well, that's good. Okay, let's go check mail. So I was pretty eager to get inside this box and see what everything actually looked like, because you know how it is ordering from Amazon. Things are never what they seem. So for example, these soup cups, a little smaller than I thought that they were going to be, but that's okay because we can always do second helpings. The cake topper turned out just fine. My daughter had requested frozen, and then I was able to open up these plates. They also look really pretty. So I have enough of those for our night meals, and I have those in salad plates and in dinner plates. So I came into the kitchen after finishing with that Amazon stuff and started cleaning up, and it didn't take long at all just to kind of straighten things up and get trash thrown away and switch out the dishwasher dishes. And then I was able to get started on my soup. Now I am making Cockaleekie soup, and I will link to the recipe that I used in the description box below. I really did not deviate from the recipe, so you can just follow along there. But basically, Cockaleekie soup is a chicken and leek soup that is very traditional in Scotland. I think it might be sometimes called Scotland's national soup. I'm not sure. My Scottish viewers out there can fill us in on a little bit more about Cockaleekie soup. There are a lot of different ways to make this. I don't think any one way is necessarily wrong, but this was just the recipe that I found. So while my soup was simmering there, it needed to simmer for like an hour, and I had finished preparing the other ingredients that I needed for the soup, I grabbed my daughter's birthday cake and started putting that together. Of course, she saw what I was doing, came right over to help, which I was happy to have her help. And of course, that first part of the help was, of course, eating some of the cake that I cut off the top, because my cakes are usually really round on top and that doesn't stack well. So then I put the icing on, and she was sitting right there with me waiting eagerly to eat the spoon, and we decided we would spray it with a little bit of silver spray. And then she decided that she would be doing the sprinkles. It is her birthday, and even if it wasn't, I mean, come on, sprinkles are fun. So she did the sprinkles, and I tried to even out the icing a little bit more on the sides. I only had the one can of icing, and it really wasn't quite enough. And this was a weird icing. It's like whipped. I don't know. It's not what I usually use. So I had a little bit of trouble with it, but we got our cake topper in there after the sprinkles and stuff were on. She was beyond thrilled with it, and that's all that really matters. So we got that done, and I was able to get back to the soup right about the time we had finished up with that. So yeah, I just needed to take these leeks out and the chicken out, and then add more vegetables back into the chicken stock, more leeks and the shredded carrots that I had prepared earlier. Oh, but first rice, actually. So yeah, rice, and that simmered for like 10 minutes. And I kind of had to hang out in the kitchen for this part because the rice only simmered for the 10 minutes. And then once I added those vegetables in, some more, the rest of the leeks that I had cut and the shredded carrots, that only had to simmer for like 20 minutes. So I just kind of hung out in the kitchen and hand washed a few dishes so that all the dishes would be clean for Shabbat, and did a little video editing. And I had a friend stop by who's borrowing my laundry machine. So, you know, just kind of all these little things. Alrighty then. Okay, so the soup is done. The cake is done. My jobs are done. I just need to set the table. So we've got about 2 hours or so before Shabbat starts, so I still have plenty of time to do that. But I'm probably gonna head out and do that here in a minute just to make sure that I get it done this time so that you guys can see the table set out there in the sukkah, since we missed it in the last video. Okay, now when I said the soup was done, you did not see me add the chicken back into it, and that is because I will shred the chicken, kind of just pull it apart off the bone there, and set it aside, and I will add that to each individual bowl after I serve the soup, which is really just like the broth stuff. I will top that with a little bit of fresh chopped parsley, and we'll be good to go. So that's my favorite chicken soup, you guys. I love this. I don't make it very often because it does take a long time, and like leeks, I don't know. I don't just go to the store and buy leeks. They're not in my fridge, but this is my favorite soup to make, and I love it. So yay, you learned about Cockaleekie soup today. Didn't know about that already. Okay, if you have had Cockaleekie soup before, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. Or if it's new to you, let me know that too. All right, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go set the table. Let's go. I will gladly tell anyone that having 15 people at my dinner table is not my idea of a fabulous time. I mean, I love my friends. I do. I love my neighbors. I love my friends. I'm glad we're able to open our home to so many people. But this is going to be a big meal, and I am an introvert, so this is definitely not my ideal meal setting. However, I'm going with the whole, large parties are more intimate because you can have a quiet conversation at a large party, whereas a smaller party, there is no privacy. So that was something I learned from The Great Gatsby, and I thought it was quite profound there back in high school when I read that book. But yeah, I am kind of looking at tonight as that there will be enough people at the table that I should be able to just have a quiet conversation with a friend and not have to feel like I need to entertain all 7, 8, 9, 10 of my guests tonight. It's going to be a fun meal though. I love the people that are coming. I'm very excited, and it should be a really good time. All right, so there you have it, my Shabbat table for Sukkot. I love it. I'm so excited. I really like these plates. They're really pretty, and I'm really hoping that because they're not white, because everything here is a darker color, that we will not attract so many bugs towards our food. Okay, now it is time for me to go and get myself ready for the holiday. So I will see you in a moment when I'm all cleaned and gussied up. Well, I felt it was only appropriate to come out here to say goodbye, but I am going to go ahead and call this video a close here. So thank you all so much for watching. I loved sharing my day with you. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video too, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you here again. All right, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload. Gonna be stuff. There's an airplane overhead. My kids make me laugh.
Hi.
Set the table with these colored, just new. So set the table with the new.
Yeah, don't start it.
I didn't start yet.
Oh, that has already done.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Stop making faces at me. Okay.